Okay, what I'm going to show you real quick here is, as a KW agent, you all have your own IDX provided to you by KW International, and it's actually through a company called WolfNet. So what I want to do is show you guys how to actually use that, give you a quick overview of it, and some great features that it provides you. And I'm going to show you those features, and then I'll also create the videos that actually show you how to do some of those features, but I just want to go over them real quick. So what you do to actually get to it, you can do one of two ways. You can go to MLSfinder.com, or you can do this. If you log into KW.com, go to Agent Website Administration, and then you go to Step 4.0, click on that, and then you go to your WolfNet Backoffice. And basically what this is if somebody's searching on your IDX and they're inquiring about stuff, this is where the information is going to go. And it logged me in since it remembered me, but I'll show you how you would actually log in. This is where it will bring you if you're not logged in. So you put your login name and your password. You should have got an email with this information when you join the company. If you cannot remember your login information, just go down to the forgot password and then select your MLS market, put your email in there. So I'll put mine in here real quick. And then you have to select your MLS, select your state, and then your MLS, and then you can log in. First thing I'll just go over real quick is your contact information. Make sure you go in there and input all of your contact information properly. So and this one is for my office here, so I'm just going to quickly go through this. Your name, last name, all of your address here. Make sure you put your business address. You don't want to be giving out your personal address on this. All of your contact information, your website, your broker's website, your mobile phone, you definitely want to put in there. Put your image in there as well. Your title, so real estate agent, real estate associate, your license number, and then your email signature as well, because you can set up automatic email responses, and then click on your update. But what I'm going to go over real quick is some cool options here. And the first one I'm going to touch on in the bottom left here is called URL Search Builder. This is how you can create some cool links on your website. I'm just going to show you an example of this real quick. I'm using one of my agents that we helped build his website, and it's Jim and Barb Clark. But they have some cool links set up on their left-hand side here saying area listings 100 to 150,000. All the client has to do is simply click on that, and it will go to those listings for them. They don't actually have to do all the searching and clicking 100 to 150,000. They can just, he's got it already set up for them for a quick search capability. So I'm going to show you how to do those and give you some ideas of things you can put onto your website. So what it does when you click on here, it brings you right to your MLS IDX address. Now you go down here, and here's where you can kind of build a customized one where you can work a niche market or a certain area. Let's say you're from a small town and you want to have a link on your website saying, hey, click here for, and I'm just going to use my town as an example, all active listings in Byron, Minnesota. So I would just put the zip code for that city in here, and what it does is it creates the code up here, and that's the link that I'm going to link my text to, and it quickly shows me how many listings fit that criteria. So there'd be 181 that would show up when they click on that link. But what I would do is I would take this URL now and I would link this to my text on my website, that when they click on it, it brings them to this. And the great thing about this is as listings come and go off the market, your link automatically updates. So if 20 listings go off the market tomorrow, my URL will only show 161 starting tomorrow. It automatically updates. You never have to touch it again. So you can create these links on your website. You can also do multiple zip codes. So if I just want to, like our MLS covers, and I'm sure all of them do, about 50 different cities. So if I just wanted to create a link for my main city, I would put all the zip codes, and I would put a comma between the zip codes for that city, and I'll put one more in there. And then as soon as I click out of the box, it reruns it, and now I've got 1,314 listings, and now it's created my new text, or I'm sorry, my new URL to link my text to. So I'll just take all those out real quick, give you some other options here. Like Jim had on his website, he had click here for listings 150 to 160,000. To create something like that, all you do is you go down to the minimum price and maximum price and set the range, and what it does is it builds the URL for you. So this is where you'll link your text to, and then it shows you a count of how many are in that area. A cool idea to get people, if they're on your website, to actually click on something, you could say click here for top first-time home buyer listings, or something creative that you can come up with that would get people to actually click on it. And what you want to do is only have like 10 listings show up so they seem like they're hand-picked properties. So what I could do is I could go in here, I'll go 150,000, and I'll go to 155,000, and that's 82 listings. So I'm going to change some more criteria here. I'm going to say it's got to have 2 bedrooms, maximum of 3. That brings me down to 47. It's got to have at least 1 bath, no more than 2. Now I'm down to 35. I can say built after 2002. I'm down to 12. That's a pretty good count. So I could, now it built me this big long URL up here, but all I do now is I copy that and I create the text on my website. Again, if you're not sure how to do that, just check out my other YouTube videos. I'll show you how to create the links. But you'd create a big bold thing saying, hey, click here for great buys, whatever you come up with as your marketing strategy for that. And then every time they click on it, they just get those 12 listings. And you don't have to update that ever again. It'll simply, I mean, you could if you want to change your marketing strategy, but that's how you could create something to grab people's attention. And you can get as creative as you want on here. But I'm just trying to give you some ideas of some ways to capture leads. One great thing that that URL that I just had up there is if you go onto Craigslist and you can post that. A lot of people search Craigslist. You can create that that marketing strategy on Craigslist saying great homes for first-time home buyers, and I'm using that because that's kind of going on right now. But if there was something else out there, you could kind of utilize that as your marketing strategy. And then when they click on that link, what you can do is they'll be directed to your website. And I'll show you a step farther on that. Is let's say they actually click on that link and they want to see those 12 listings because they feel like they've been hand-picked for you. What you go to is on the left-hand side here, I believe it's Site Login Options. If you click on this Site Login Options, this is a great tool to use. What you do is, and I've got my market centers set up here, but my front page login, I've got it enabled to, as soon as they click on search, it asks for their information. But what you'd want to do is disable that, and you would go into Login Required to view details. And actually what you'll do is allow details on, let's say they can click on 3 properties, and then once they get to the 4th one, it'll prompt up saying, hey, I need your information. But they know there's only 12 and they really want to see them because they felt like you hand-picked these for them. This would be a lead capture idea. So you would simply click on that, and then your IDX would not allow anybody to see more than 3 properties without having them give you some sort of information. So that's just an idea, and again, that's under Site Login Options, and you can change those settings there. Back to this real quick. If you want to set up a link that's, you should have a link already on your website saying featured properties, but you can also set up here, see my listings, and all you would do is you'd enter in your MLS ID here, and then it would put that in, it would build the URL, and I don't have any under my ID, but then it builds you your ID right there, and you could simply link your text to that. And it gives you a few more options down here. You can do single family homes, fireplace. You could do, if you want to link near golf courses, so you only want listings that were near a golf course. You click here, and then this URL builds a link for listings near a golf course, and there's 233 of them currently. So you could get as creative as you want with those. The other thing is a quick URL builder. So I can have a cool little search feature on my website, and I'll try to show you one real quick here of an agent of ours. If I go to, let's see, APR, show you what this will do. I'm going to go to Meet Our Agents, and we'll go to, I believe I did it on Rick's site here. So if I go to Rick, he's got this quick URL search box right here, so they can quickly do, it's kind of similar to the other thing, but now they have a few more options. They can say 95 to 110,000. They can do their own criteria for it. So you can set that box up. What you do is in the back office, I got too many windows open. If you go to Quick URL Search Builder, you can set what boxes you want to pop in there. So I want the MLS number, I want minimum price, I want this, and then you say create and property type, get the code, and then it gives you this big gibberish for code, and I'll show you how to embed that into your website in another video because I'm running short on time here. But that gives you some ideas of some things you can do with your back office. Again, check out the other YouTube videos for more training on the back office and any other training videos I have out there on YouTube.